She's got the Swiss Miss instant cocoa hair.
Wendy's.
That's I don't know. What do you call it? Pigtails.
Oh, like Swiss?
Yes.
Switzerland?
Switzerland.
Swiss Miss. I'm thinking like hot chocolate.
Yeah. I think it's Swiss Miss instant cocoa that's on there.
Oh.
All right.
How do you get it? I picture the mountains. One thing you get it.
You know, I used to hate. Remember those Rico? I hated those commercials.
Did you?
I would not buy them because of that.
I thought they were funny.
And if Liberty Mutual offered free insurance to me, I'd have to think twice about getting it. Because I hate those. Is it Limu, Emu?
Yeah.
I want to punch somebody when those come on. No, the duck is Aflac.
It's the guy with the
Blizzard's
ostrich, right?
Geico.
Isn't it the one with the ostrich?
Yeah, it's an emu.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
that's.
I don't know.
Such
Just
a
ring it.
All right, I'm sorry, guys. I lost my composure. All right, here we go. Now, I think they're spread out. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, guys. To determine if it's linear, exponential, quadratic. Okay, remember, if the differences, the first differences are common, then it's linear. What do the x's all go up by here? 1. Okay, what about the y's? Is that common? Everything is +7 across the board. So it's what, guys? And you have to show this. You have to show this tomorrow. Okay? Please show this. Now, notice it says what? Explain why it's linear. You should say linear. Why? Constant change in x and y. That's all you have to say. Constant change in x and y. Is everybody good on that? Okay, dos cetos. I think it's on this one, isn't it? Maybe not. There it is. Okay, what's my x's? All my x's live in Texas. Hey, who had spot for Matt? Just go by his room and sing that. Oh, it's. I keep playing that song in class when I have him. We teach together, and it's driving him crazy. So he'll get ticked, but not in a bad way. He'll laugh. All right, now 4 to 1 is what? -3. How about 1 to 0? 0 to 1. 1 to 4. Okay, obviously not a constant, but to check for quadratic, we have to do the second differences. How about from -3 to -1? +2. How about -1 to +1? 1 to 3. So this is what? Okay, you have to say quadratic. Now, why is this quadratic? Make sure it's on your paper. Why? Somebody tell me, Liv, go. The second difference is constant. Nice job. Hey, guys, look right here a second. If it's quadratic, you should get an idea before. -2, +2, they should have the same y. -1 and 1 have the same y. That tells you right there it's going to be a what? It's going to be a parabola. Okay, or a parabola. Oh, so you're going to miss the quiz tomorrow?
Yeah.
Wow. Are you taking it today, I hope?
No.
Oh, man. That's not a good idea. Do you have a study hall later?
Yeah.
You probably should make arrangements. Seriously, because it's going to be a lot. I try to take it today.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. This number 4. What happened?
Oh, so they still have their phones.
Oh!
I know.
Well, Mr. Westfall, it is the last 9 weeks. It is so they can just start doing what they want. Yes. You guys really don't have to come to class anymore. sit in the seats we want you to, or follow the dress code,
Tomorrow's St.
which you
Patty's
guys
Day.
don't anyway. So that's normal. How many have been practicing their Irish? You have?
Yeah, I actually have.
Are you- Give me a
I'm
sample.
scared. Okay. Wait, I'm scared now.
You're scared. Don't be
No,
scared.
she-
Just give it a try.
Like, I'm so scared. Oh, no, I'm saving it for tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Just give it a
Tomorrow,
try.
call me.
Give it a try, man.
That's a.
So he's not doing
That
it.
sounds like a hippie.
If you guys don't work-
That's a bunch of malarkey.
I'm gonna pitch you guys. Whoever doesn't work for me.
She said she was gonna talk like an Irish, and then she
Not
stopped.
today.
Let's just find out.
But you said you were gonna.
Tomorrow.
You sound like Raj on the.
The domain.
All right, guys. This should have been.
I'm so close.
Hey, someday in May it's gonna be talk like a goat day.
That's a sheep.
That's gonna be a bad day.
Today.
Today for you.
Do you remember the old SNL had Goat Boy?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Goat Boy. Look it up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Matt, you would like that, Goat Boy.
No, I'm just gonna go.
All right, here we.
Matt, you go.
Matt, I think you need to see somebody talk about your goats, man. I mean, I think you
Or
need help.
just get rid of them. That's an idea. Just get rid of them.
Wow.
Whoa.
They have feelings.
My mom said
Okay.
she wanted to go. I told her that. I was like, I can ask Matt.
No.
If anybody wants a cat in the next 8 weeks, my mom.
Me, I'll take that. I'll take it.
Yeah.
That's for Mary's birthday. And after
I can do a cat.
that,
You said you bring.
I can do a cat.
you said I would bring a cookie. I didn't say
You
I
said
would.
okay. Didn't you say okay?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, guys, look. Hey, this should be easy, this problem. If you know what's going on at all with parabolas, this should be easy. First of all, the vertex. Well, it's plotted here. What's the location of that? What is it? Go ahead, Bree.
-3, 4.
-3, 4. Please write it in an ordered pair. Now, what's the axis of symmetry? It's the x value. What is it? Okay, but how do I write it? For the love of humanity. Write it like that. Okay. Does it have to have x-intercepts? No. This one does, though. It has 2 of them. It's where the parabola hits the x-axis. Okay, right there, right there. What's one? Give me the x-intercepts, Zach.
-50 and -10.
Nice job. Okay. Y-intercept, Jill. What's that point right there?
5, 0,
Careful, sister.
0, 5, -5,
So say it right.
0, -5.
There you go. Thank you, Jill. Okay, domain, it should roll off your tongue like butter.
Why would you put
Mary, you're worrying too much about this.
It's just this guy. That's gonna nobody just.
All right, margarine.
Mary.
That's the same thing?
Actually, I.
Okay, Mary, what do you like to eat? Pizza? Okay, this should roll off your tongue like pizza sauce. Vince just got a smile.
I used to eat sticks of butter. Yes, sticks
What
of
do
butter. And
You're
now-
right. When you eat pizza, you don't eat pizza sauce. Guys, next time you eat pizza, do not eat the sauce.
Impossible.
Okay? Don't eat it.
No, I used to watch my movies.
Oh my gosh.
I just
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This should roll off your tongue
Like butter.
effortlessly.
I.
What's a domain? Mary. See, just like butter, Mary.
So-
Whoa. All real numbers.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, guys,
Butter.
range. Look at your vertex. What's my y value? And it's going to be everything equal to or what? So y is less than or equal to 4. That should, guys, that problem right there should be easy. If that's not, you're in trouble tomorrow.
Fail.
Trouble. I think 5 and 6 are easy. Okay? Now, let's get the easy one out of the way. What number's in front of x squared? What's that tell me?
Opens down.
Parabola opens down. That part's done. Okay. Axis of symmetry. Guys, this is so important. Let me tell you why. If you get the axis of symmetry wrong, you will graph the whole parabola wrong. Because you're going to plug everything in wrong, the wrong numbers in for x. It's huge. Okay, what's A? Smart. Or Sabrina, can you relax on the pencil over there? What's A?
-1.
B?
-2.
-2. And what's C? And by the way, what's C? What's going to come important later on? Y-intercept. Y-intercept. That's given to us. Okay. What's the opposite of B, guys?
+2.
Does everybody see that? Okay. So, +2 over 2 times what's in front of there? What's 2 times -1? What's 2 divided by -2? Please write your axis of symmetry, x equals, or we will take points off. We will take points off. Now, what do we have to do with that?
Plug it in.
Plug it in, plug it in. Is that Glade?
Freshness with a spin.
Guys, put -1 here for x is, if you haven't done so. So my vertex is going to be -1 something. Let's see. -1. Okay. Mechanovision. What you get?
I got 4 without as well.
That's wrong. You better try it again. And we'll see what.
Do I just put the negative outside, like of the negative?
Yes.
Hey guys, what's the order of operations? If you plug in -1 into that x squared, what goes? Do you do the exponent first, or do you do the negative operator?
-2.
Please excuse
My dear.
my dear Aunt Sally. What goes first? Parentheses. Then exponents.
What's that?
So this would be what?
You don't know
One.
what goes first, my dear Aunt Sally?
No.
Oh, yes, you do.
No,
You know, please excuse.
Pluto.
Yeah, you remember it so well.
Yeah. Emerges.
I'm
What's
gonna
that?
mess this up.
Millions
seriously?
of
No, there's no way.
Saturns.
No. It's please excuse my dear Aunt Steve.
Oh.
All right.
It's -2.
Watch your tone.
Try that out.
I'm not saying. Don't just say.
How many got -2?
I didn't.
Liv, what'd you get?
I got 0. Yeah. Just I don't think
Wrong.
I got negative.
Wow. Liv, you got to be careful with your parentheses, and this is 1, so that this whole bunch is -1. That's +2 -3. What do we got? 1 minus 3. It is -2.
Good job.
It is -2. Okay, so that is all we need for 5. 6. Set the alpha 6. What movie? See, I would
It's a baseball line.
right now. I think of you right here. If you'd have got that,
Alfalfa.
doubled.
Your movie references are like way into my youth.
I know, but they're still on.
What are they?
You
We
the
don't
first.
have cable. We don't have any like. We don't have satellite. We don't have cable.
Dude, did you grow
We
up?
just got internet last week.
Did you go like 7:00 when you were growing up? Did you like turn the radio on and sit down for the story?
So what if I did?
I would just hug you and say it's okay.
What-
It's gonna be
Did you
okay.
have cable?
No, not when I didn't have cable when I was growing up.
What's cable?
It's first start. You know what first started out?
Yeah,
It first started. Didn't this first start with
you're
satellite?
kidding.
Was satellite before cable or cable?
That's not good.
I know what satellite is.
Huge dishes in your
No,
yard.
Yeah.
cable.
They used to put the huge death ray.
Death race.
Okay. What's cable?
I know what
Oh, what is
satellite
wrong
is.
with
I know
you?
what satellite is.
So you can
What's
watch the news.
cable?
I don't know what
So you can watch the
Oh
news.
my God.
No.
You know what?
Yeah?
I'm worried about you. I'm gonna call Marion.
I know what a satellite
I'm
is.
calling Marion.
What's
Too late.
satellite? The thing with the things.
A thing with a thing sticking up. That's a clothesline.
No, like the thing, like the TV with the it sticking out.
No,
See?
that's an antenna.
That's an antenna.
Yeah,
TVs don't have antennas anymore.
wait.
I thought that's what it was.
No, it's
satellite
like a
was.
circle thingy.
It's like a circle thing on your roof.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what we're talking about.
Or the thing that's
No, that's not what we're talking about. That's satellite.
I'm calling.
Oh.
You've been drinking a little
We went
grandma's,
from cable to satellite.
drinking a little cough medicine.
I thought we were talking about TV.
Huh?
We
Did,
were. That's what cable is.
did Nancy make a
It's
little
not
cough
recording?
medicine?
Alright, guys.
All right, guys, this is reverting back to I don't know what. All right. Does it open up or down? Corbin, up or down? Why?
Negative. Good answer.
It's not Southern Day tomorrow. It's not Alabama Day.
Can we do that?
Hey, I got a great story about Alabama.
Mary's birthday is Alabama Day.
Basically, like,
Kid you not. I went to school down there for 2 summers.
Basically watching
So, hey, listen, good story. So, my wife and I went to, like was inside, we went to a pool, local pool, you know. They had a concession stand, so I go up. You know, I said, can I have a Dr. Pepper, please? And this girl was in high school. She had no idea what I was talking about. I said, a Dr. Pepper. I said, you know, pop. Again, nothing is registering. I'm going, I go, you know, soda. Oh, she goes, oh, you mean a Coke? A Coke. Oh, Coke, Dr. Pepper.
What?
Everything's Coke down there. And it's just what kind of Coke you want. 7-Up Coke. It's weird. I'm telling you, it's weird. It's a different life down there.
Wait,
Alabama.
They just never did that to me when I was out there.
Well, they did it to me. All right. Well, things, you know, they got cable down there now and satellite, so maybe they're.
I'm so confused.
I know.
Dude.
Okay, guys. Vertex. Okay. Negative B over 2A. So what's on top? What am I going to put on top, Luca? Oh, that doesn't sound like Luca's voice. Luca? Negative 16. They tried to make it real deep. Just you guys see that? Ethan, what's on the bottom then?
2. 2 times 2.
Which is?
4.
There you go. What does that equal to?
Negative 4.
Guys, listen. If you don't get this right, if you don't get it right, you have no chance to get the problem right. Okay? Guys. Okay. Plug negative 4 in. If you haven't done so, if this is wrong, plug it in again to get the axis of symmetry. Or the vertex, excuse me. So it's going to be negative 4 something. I think it's going to be, yeah, Bailey, what'd you get? Oh, Shamalaka Vista. You better try that again. If I put negative 4, so it's going to be 2 times negative 4 squared plus 16 times negative 4 minus 4. The first hunk is 16. Negative 4 squared is 16. Oh, this is 32. 32 is the first hunk minus what? Minus 64. I like negative 36. Guys, you have to be able to plug that in your calculator and get it right. I hope you're making corrections on your quiz right now. Because what's the best way to study tonight? Do that again. Get a blank piece of graph paper out, graph these parabolas again. Okay, I'm going to do 7. You take it over. Okay, guys, look. This is where it gets, start putting everything together. Okay, axis of symmetry. Negative b over 2a. We have to get that right. Okay, what goes on top? What's opposite of negative 4, guys? 2 times 1. What's 4 divided by 2? Right here, I'm going right there. Okay. What's my, okay, plug 2 in, please. Plug 2 in here and there. Let's see. Alexis, what'd you get? Say it again. I think you got it. That's right. Good job, Alexis. Guys, go to 2, negative 7. Okay, and if I'm graphing, guys, if I'm graphing a parabola, look. I'm going to put that right there because it opens up. All right, what's my y-intercept, guys? 0, negative 3. Now, can I reflect that across there? Yeah, it's 2 to the left, so go 2 to the right of the axis of symmetry. Now, I could use that for negative 3. I could use that for one of my other points. Okay? Now, guys, anytime we can use 1 for x to plug in, is 1 being used right now? Is it one of the points for x? Use 1. It's easy to use. So that's what I'm going to use. Does that make sense? So plug 1 in there if you haven't got it. Sabrina, when you plugged 1 in there, what'd you get? You guys agree? Now look at something, guys. See if this makes sense. Do you guys see how the parabola is going to do this? If I plug 1 in, shouldn't it be somewhere between these two? Right? And negative 6 makes sense. And I can reflect it right across there at 3, negative 6. So I could go 1, negative 6, 3, negative 6, and there's 3 other points instead of 2 other points. Okay, remember we said when we graph a parabola, how many points should we have? 5. And there they are. Okay? That's bad. Now, I was going to ask you guys something I had a brain fart. Oh, how many times do we have to plug in for x if we're graphing a parabola? How many times? Nobody has any thoughts?
2.
1 to get the vertex. Yes? The second one is to get one of my other points. And then you can reflect that across. Okay? We haven't done this a lot. What, the backflip? Okay.
3, 2, 1.
I know looking.
All right, we got to make up some time since Mr. Parker went so slow today.
Wow. Burnt.
Toasted.
All right.
No, that was a good burn. That wasn't a toast. That was
Where are all these calculators back here?
They're just empty boxes.
Huh?
They're empty boxes. All right. Axis of symmetry. Opposite of B. B is what?
-4.
Good. Over 2 times A is -2. 4 over -4 is what? -1. X equals -1, which is also the value, the x value of your vertex.
Did we record it? Good.
All right. So let's plug in -1 to find out the y value of the vertex. -2 times -1 squared minus 4 times -1 minus 2. I think you guys are still struggling with this. You have to do exponents first. What's this part? What's -1 squared? It's -1 times the -1. It should always be positive. What is it? 1. Then you multiply by -2. So this part was 1 times -2. What's -4 times -1? Positive 4 minus 2. What do you get? 0. Y equals 0. When x is -1, 0. That is your vertex. Now, is it opening up or down? Down. Predict that. You need to predict that. Like say, okay, it's going to be opening down. I expect the values to go down from there. And right now I could tell the range, couldn't I? The range of this parabola. Y is less than or equal to 0. I didn't ask us for it, but just to practice. All right. So as we plug in values for x and y, the middle value I'm plugging in is x is -1. Y is 0. So what should I plug in before it? What's before -1? Good.
Oh.
-2 and maybe, and you could plug in 0 and 1. Now, we don't have to plug in this many points, just in case you need extras. All right. Now, if it asks for the y-intercept, let's probably do that next. That's actually going to do double duty for us. Are any of these x values I plugged up here going to give plugged in up here are going to give us the y-intercept?
Yeah.
What is the y-intercept? 0, 10 or 0, -4 or 0, it's 0 for x, right? So this one's going to be our y-intercept, whatever that is. Y-intercept, and I know it's going to be negative because the parabola is opening down in this case. Let's plug it in. Plug in 0. Ready? 0 squared times -2. Minus 4 times 0. Minus 2. -2. 0. -2 is my y-intercept. 0. -2. We good? Just out of patterns here. What should I get out for a y when x is -2? I should get -2. Why? Because if I go to the right of the vertex and left of the vertex, they should have the same value, shouldn't they? Because of the symmetry. You can do the symmetric slide in your head if you want. Let's plug in -2. Plug in -2. -2 times -2 squared minus 4 times -2 minus 2. Order of operations, what's -2 squared? 4 times -2. -8. Ready? Next. What's -4 times -2? Plus 8 minus 2. What's -8 plus 8 minus 2? -2. That's what we thought it would be. Let's graph it. -2. -2.
Isn't the y for like the y-intercept? Isn't that just like the c?
Oh, for the y-intercept?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yep, it's the C value. All right, so our y-intercept was 0, -2. Write it as a point. And then 2 other points. Cannot be the vertex or the y-intercept. So yeah, -2, -2. And then what would another one be? Would you rather plug in? I'd rather plug in 1 than -3, wouldn't you? Let's do it. Let's plug in 1. Plug in 1. -2 times 1 squared minus 4 times 1 minus 2. What's 1 squared?
1
Times -2?
-2.
Minus 4 minus 2. -2 minus 4 is a -6. Minus 2 more is -8. Agreed? So 1, -8. 1, -8 is right there, and that is enough for me to graph my parabola. Parabola. All right. Oh, we just did that. What happened here?
I think you went back.
2 number 8s.
Yeah, you know what?
Would you look at that?
You didn't skip out or make room for those. Just copy it.
That's all right. All right, number 9. Which one is narrower? Raise your hand, please. Bailey.
RGX.
G of x, yep. Because the a value is... Yeah, if it's positive, if they're both positive, the one that's greater, right? If they're both negative, the one that's more negative will be narrower, right? It's going to go down and open up, grow faster going down. Number 10, Logan, what do you think? F of x is narrower. They're both negative, and the -4 will make it steeper going down than a -1/2. Is that true?
Say the f of x was -5 and the g of x was a +3. Would the -5 be
Narrower.
Yeah, the negative just dictates it opens up or down, right?
Yeah.
Not the steepest. That's a good question. Great question.
All right. This is called vertex form. If you don't move a parabola at all, where's the vertex going to be? 0, 0. So this tells you to move, that +3 inside tells you to move left, 3. And the outside, don't go opposites. It's what? Up 7. Up 7. So the vertex must be at -3, 7 now, right?
I think there's going to be a question on there tomorrow where you're going to have to say, okay, give me a parabola that's skinnier than y equals x squared and tells you where the parabola or the vertex is at. And you're going to have to write it like that in vertex form.
All right, for this one, it's going to go right. How many?
1.
Right. 1, and then down 6. So the vertex is at 1, -6. Very good. Very good. Is everybody else good? I hear the same people answering correctly. Are we good, though? We good? All right. Identify the coordinates of the vertex. All right, so the vertex, this one must be at what? 2, 3. 2, 3. I don't know why. I put a box around there just to remind me that's the vertex. 2, 3. Opening up or down?
He got a cookie.
Opening up or down? Opening up or down? Up because A is positive, right? A is positive.
Yep.
All right, make a table of values using the vertex and 2 points to the left and 2 points to the right. So, what would be 2 points to the left of 2? 1 and 0. What are 2 points to the right of 2? 3 and 4, por favor. All right, here we go. 0 minus 2. Let's do 0 first. 0 minus 2.
-2.
Squared.
+4.
Plus 3.
7.
0, 7. Plug in 1. What's 1 minus 2?
The Wacky Wednesday.
What's 1 minus 2?
-1.
Squared.
1.
Plus 3.
4.
1, 4. We already have 2, 3 graphed. Plug in 3. 3 minus 2.
1.
1 squared.
1.
Plus 3.
4.
Are you guys okay with this?
Mhm.
Awesome. 3, 4. And then we know it's going to be. We know what it's going to be when I plug in 4. It's going to be 7. Let's go ahead and plug it in anyway, just for fun. What's 4 minus 2?
2.
2 squared.
4.
Plus 3.
7.
There's your graph. Beautifully opening up.
So why'd you get a cookie rating?
Oh no, that's not this thing.
Did you see how much faster we went without him up there?
A whole page.
We did a whole half a page
We still have time.
in 10 minutes.
Good job.
Do you have questions for me?
Is that everything on the test? What's up with the? What's up with that cookie? Can I have a piece?
Any questions for the quiz tomorrow? This is your first summative grade of the fourth 9 weeks. And remember, hey guys, pause. Some of these summative grades are going to start getting spaced out as we get into April after spring break because of the weird schedule, the delayed starts and all that sort of testing stuff slows down. So you really want to do you want to do well on this first quiz. All right, do well. Knock it out of the park. Sabrina, tomorrow. Quiz is tomorrow.
Oh, I know that. I thought you were talking about like the delayed start.
Those are in April.
Oh,
Is this the last week of spring break? Or is-
Yes, spring break starts after 2:21 p.m. on Friday.
8:21.